You've missed like 17 others. Don't start grading now.
I've graded them in my head.
You didn't say them out loud.
So.
Okay. Are we?
We are recording.
Get in here. Come in here.
Tip in here.
And welcome to the Lit Room.
The Lit Room.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Lit Room podcast. We are your hosts. I'm Keeks, and that's
Trey.
yes. How are you, Trey?
I am great.
OMG.
What?
Welcome. If it is your first time here.
Oh.
And if you are already in the Lit Gang, welcome back.
Welcome back. You so rude. Hey, y'all.
So rude.
What's up?
Now.
I'm good. It's like a surprise every single episode with these songs, and it brings me back. But it does go with the topic. I just thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
But how are you?
I'm good. You got it. I wonder if he's gonna get the reference.
Yeah, yeah. I'm smart. It's smart.
Yes, I'm awesome. I'm great. I'm happy to see you all. Do you hear that?
I heard it.
You heard it.
Yes.
That means it is time for the
I'll give you the red light special.
Yes, it's time for the red light special. Trey, who is our red light special?
The red light is Ada May. She is very interesting, incredible woman. She is a mompreneur. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
She's a mother who's an entrepreneur.
Yes, I mompreneur. That was my first time seeing that. I thought that was pretty cool. But aside from that, she has once the pandemic started and the kids had to virtual learn, she started this whole mobile like bus thing where she was allowing like the kids, I guess, who didn't have like tablets, things of that nature, they would come into this little mobile situation and she would help them like learn, like kind of like, you remember, I don't know if everybody remembers, but you remember like when you used to have like the aftercare of school and...
I thought you were about to say the Magic School Bus.
No. It reminds me of the Magic School Bus because like she's teaching them and this and that, and it literally looks like a bus, like the Magic School Bus. And it has like, it's like a learning center in there. It's freaking awesome. But for her to think about that during that time and she wanted to give back in that way, like I felt as though we should like highlight her. Like, I don't know if maybe someone's watching, maybe you can like partner with her, help her with like supplies, this and that, whatever. I don't know, what have you. Her information is on the screen. And you know, get in contact with her.
Yes, partner with her.
Yeah.
And help with
I'm all about the education of the kiddies.
Yes.
Yeah.
All of the education.
Why did you?
I don't know.
What was that? Okay, but yeah, she is. Did you have? No, you didn't. No.
Oh no, I said what I had to say.
Oh,
She's very cool for that. Yes. Amen. Awesome woman. Wonderful, phenomenal woman.
Ida May, you are great at what you did do.
That's
and
awesome,
what you
though.
thought
That's really
of.
sweet.
But we are going to move right along. Please support her, but we gotta go. We gotta go.
Moving right along. Ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between, you know what that means.
What does it mean?
It is now time.
My who?
for-
Your hair.
What's wrong with my hair?
You got some stuff sticking up now.
Oh my God.
How dare you help him when you see his
It's
hair is
the
doing
things,
something? But when I
like,
look
they
on these
won't-
videos, my hair be done had a whole gang sign and 2 jail pictures up, and nobody said anything to me.
Well, we don't see
I had to
it.
just look in the what's the name to see if my hair was okay.
Are we
Somebody
better?
don't look out for me.
We better.
Then you used to see in a couple of my videos, it looks like I got a patch of gray hair. But you know what? No, it's my edge control dried up, and nobody said anything to me.
I didn't see it.
That's all right. That's all right. I'm all right.
You all right?
I have nothing left to say, but
Ooh.
it's time for the TOT.
It is.
Topic of today. I'm sorry. Is your hair straight?
I think. Am I good, P? I'm good. Okay. P said I'm good.
I will.
Never mind. It is okay. It is
Look
okay.
like alfalfa.
I demand the same respect. Is all I'm saying.
You shall get it.
We'll get it.
I got you.
Definitely will.
And
There's the tots.
TOT.
Hey.
today.
Okay.
TOT.
Hey.
Topic of today.
What's that?
TOT.
Hey.
Topic of today.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
We want more.
We want
Trey,
more.
what is the topic of today?
It is sexual fluidity. I was about to say sexual healing. It is sexual sexual fluidity.
Oh my gosh.
Sexual fluid people.
All of that.
All of it.
All of that. You heard it here first, straight from Trey. Our topic of today is sexual fluidity. Let that roll off of your tongue 5 times. fast in a row. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right. The topic of today. Now, ladies and gentlemen and everything in between, the reason why this is the topic is because my dear friend and we saw this interview. I don't know if there's a lot that we could say about it. I think that we should just let y'all.
We're just gonna play some of it.
We'll play some
we're not
of
gonna
it.
like get into a whole lot
Yeah.
of.
And then we'll be able to unpack the suitcase. We just need for you to see what trip we're going on first, so that everybody can end up on the same plane.
Yeah.
Okay. So this interview is Jason Lee and Andrew Marhold, and he was in the news about dating Jeffree Star. He was this random basketball player who. Well, not random. I'm sorry. He was a basketball player that those two randomly started dating, as far as we know.
Dating.
And
Jeffree says other things.
Yeah, Jeffree says other things. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, Jeffree said that they were just having fun.
Right. Anywho.
Right.
And
he has a whole baby mother.
Yeah.
And I was gonna call him Andrew. Andre. Yes, has a whole baby mother, about whatever, and
he has a personality on him too.
Yeah.
So here's the snippet. Sorry, we had y'all ready, and then we started talking. But that was our little shuma before we actually get into what's up.
That part.
Yeah. So here's a little snippage of it for you.
Hold on.
Shmurmer. A little shmurmer. Here it is.
Most women think that before you have sex with them, you should tell them that you've been with men. Like they should have a choice, right? Did you feel like she should have a choice?
No, because I was never really with men until the whole Jeffree shit. That's what I'm saying. Like I was with them. It was experience, but it happened. But it wasn't nothing consistent. It wasn't nothing where I just kept going back to it. That shit happened, and then we never talked again.
So it was because it was experimental. You didn't feel a need to explain.
Exactly.
Okay. But some people would disagree with you.
Yeah, but that wasn't my girl. That was my baby mom. That's it.
Do you believe that she would have reacted differently to the Jeffree Star situation had she known that you had been attracted to guys before?
No, she would act the same way because no matter how much you communicate with females and they want to know everything and they say, hey, tell me everything and they still gonna have the same reaction.
Because they can't handle it?
They can't at all. So whether I told her or not, she never can handle it. Just like I'm not with her now. She's in France. Why? Because she can't handle it.
And so she took your kid to France?
Exactly.
Do you believe that a woman has a right to know a man's sexual history before they were together?
If she can handle it, yeah. But at the end of the day, how I feel is
So, the question that was above the top of it, MP might have to help me out with it because I didn't memorize it. Should sexually fluid men notify women that they've been with men? That's where I want to start. I just felt like that was such a great question, and it was.
I mean, you could go. You're the woman.
I could see the way he was looking.
I just, yeah.
Trey has a lot to say.
I got so much to say.
And since I don't have, I do have an opinion on it, but I mean, it's not as
You
much
have
as
the
he does.
opinion. I think you have the opinion as that in the aspect of
the woman. Yes, definitely. So to answer that question, the headlining question, yes, I do believe that you should tell a woman that you have been with another gender, whatever that gender may be, because it's not just a man and a woman anymore. I do feel like it should be a courtesy. I think that that's a common courtesy that you should just not, and that's not to say that you should tell me how many times you've done it or how many people you've been with or how. I didn't ask you for your number. Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's another topic. I didn't ask you about your number. It's just
I don't care about him.
I feel like like your past is your past. We all have pasts, but I do feel like I should receive the same courtesy that I would give you if you asked me. You know, like I mean, I'm telling you no, but it hasn't happened. But I'm saying for you, I would like to know. But then too, like I guess it brings it to the point. Like, do you think your partner or if you think your partner has done something like that too, like I feel like they never had the conversation, and I mean Andre and his baby mama, or the mother of his child.
I don't like the fact that he said that wasn't his girl.
That irked me.
I don't like that part. You need to be honest with people and let them know things, but I also understand why sexual fluid men, and I'm gonna even take this a little bit further, sexual fluid black men may not say to their girl or this and that why, they may not say that to their girl that they have. I feel like women can express themselves sexually and it's okay.
I was gonna say that too. There's a double standard.
It's a double standard. And then I feel like, because I know someone, a friend of mine, who she was always talking about, I always keep on meeting like these guys that this and that and blah, blah, blah. And then she met a great dude, like great guy. But he had a past. He let a guy give him fellatio. It was a one-time thing. He said that he didn't even enjoy it. It was something like that. It was a lot more. It was similar to that story, but when I saw that episode of Insecure, I was like, oh my God, like I know somebody like that. But the girl that I know, and this is how it's different from the whole Insecure, and it was like a double standard. She had experimented with girls, and I had to point that out to her, and she didn't even realize that she basically did the same thing. Not in that same arena, but she was trying to justify it like, well, I just kissed the girl. No, sis, you kissed her. She touched you. Like, I was there. Like, it was a whole college thing where we were at a party and, like, she was doing stuff with this other girl. Like, the girl didn't, like, didn't go down on her and she didn't go down on the girl. But, like, the girl put some fingers in places. She kissed her. Like, it was a whole situation. But although you did put your mouth on her, you did something with the same sex. But you're mad at him and you don't want to talk to him no more because of him being honest with you and saying what he's saying to you. Now, it was like, for me, and I'm still cool with her, but I kind of felt some type of way because she immediately saying
that he
was gay. And I'm like, how did you just put him in a box about that? Something that happened so long ago, before he met you, he says to you that he has not done it before. That he has not done it again, but yet you're saying he's gay. Now, he experimented just like you experimented. I don't see you out here, and that's what I told her, like, that was an experiment for you. You want to say that you were drunk, you want that drunk. Because, chick,
you knew
what you were doing. You even drove us back after the fact. So you weren't that drunk. Like, you were not drunk. Like, let's not.
You weren't gone.
You weren't gone. So, you just don't, it's just, I don't know if it's a society thing, if it's a cultural thing, but I feel like a lot of times, and I'm not saying all black women, but I feel like in our culture, sometimes we make it hard for black men to be open. Like, even like, prime example, one of my family members over the holidays, she wasn't allowing, or she didn't want her son to cry. Why can't he cry? He's young. I think he's 8. Why can't he cry? He can't cry. Like, he don't need to be crying, but an 80-year-old man can cry. But then you're putting that fear in him that he can't cry and he can't be emotional. So now when he grows up,
he's gonna have mental issues.
Women are going to found him trust issues, all those issues, and he can't be vulnerable around me, or he's so hard, or he don't cry, or he don't do this and that. But look where he started from when he was 8 years old. You're not even allowing him to express himself and cry. That doesn't mean that he's gay or that he's going to be gay because he cried. Like, everybody cries.
Right.
Like, it's okay to cry. I just feel like if men in general, and I'm just going to say if men in general were more comfortable and they felt as though it was a safe space to say, okay, well, I did this, I did that, and it's fine and we can move on, then okay. But I'm not going to write somebody off as being something when they tried it.
Clearly have told you.
They tried it.
Also clearly have told you that that's not.
And they told you the truth. You should be able to trust this man far more than any dude, because he just told you something that, and obviously,
and it happened a long time ago.
And it happened so long ago. And he even told me, like, he likes her. He was like, that was the only reason why I told her that. He likes her. He said that he's comfortable with himself, this and that. And I'm not saying what I'm. Also, like, now, fast forward to that part, they're not together no more, but he's happily married to a woman. They have kids. And guess what? She's single. I'm not saying that could have been her husband, but hey, who knows? You know what I'm saying? But you completely wrote him off. And every single time, like, she was to the point where, like, she was always wondering, like, well, who is he talking to? Or do you know him? And asking me questions, do I know this person and this and that? I'm like, girl, chill out. Like,
it ain't that serious.
He didn't suck the dick. He got his dick sucked. Like, and quite frankly, I don't know if the guy didn't do it right or did it wrong.
If we didn't say put the kids to sleep
I'm
already,
so sorry.
Put the kids to sleep.
I'm so sorry. But, I mean, obviously the guy didn't do it right, or maybe, I don't know. But he did not enjoy it in that aspect to, like, say, oh, I want to keep letting the guy do it. Mm-hmm. So he was just like, it happened. He did it. He just wanted her to know. And moved on about it.
I saw something kind of like that on TV the other day, and it was this couple, and probably bring the story up again because I feel like it should be its own show about having threesomes.
Okay.
And like what you're feeling on it. But anywho,
Threesomes are fun with the right people.
Wait. Jeez Louise.
I'm sorry. With the right people.
Like she thought that I guess the guy had caught an STD. So she thought that he had cheated. They did the whole lie detector test thing, and neither of them cheated ever. He had only done something with her and the other person, and that was it. And it was that one time, and apparently she was like 8 months pregnant.
Dropping them hoes.
Yeah, and like she wasn't comfortable with it. This is back then because I think they were doing like a rewind and they were showing like the couples of the past or whatever. I was saying that in the way of saying that like when they caught up with that couple, the guy was like, I genuinely did not enjoy. I would not have enjoyed that threesome without my wife. Like, I only wanted to have fun with my wife. Like, if she wasn't there, I wouldn't have enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it. And so the wife was like, yeah, I mean, we do them now. And so she was like, yeah, I'm fine with doing it now because I know what I know. Like he literally loves me for me, and he wouldn't enjoy it without me. And like, it's just something that we do for fun together. It goes with the fact of the guy saying like, he did it once. He didn't enjoy it. He don't want to do it no more.
Right.
So the same way, I guess your friend could have labeled him as gay. She labeled him as a cheater when,
right.
I guess I don't know. That's how I thought that they correlated.
I just feel like this is just my opinion. This is just Trey talking. And I never, until I got older, I never understood when people say you can't knock it until you try it. Some people believe in that, and I believe that, but I believe in that as well. I believe in that as well. You know, I've tried things. We're
gonna have that show.
I feel like
there's still something this man has to tell me from another show. He started to say something, and I was like, what?
I feel like I'm fluid because I've tried things. But the reason why I was fluid is because I wanted to figure out what it was that I liked. That's just me. Like I like to try things that intrigue me and interest me, and like sex for people is people with sex is like a lot of different things. Like it's not everybody don't view sex the same way,
right?
You know, and I feel like people can be embarrassed about it. I mean, Andre, like in the interview or whatever we watched, he was saying, you know, it was him at first it was like him doing it with guys, and then it was I'm gonna say do it. I don't know what they did, but whatever it is that they did it, and then it was over with. He didn't talk to him, have no contact communication with them,
right? And
he moved on. But then I guess with Jeffrey, he's at the point where like, fuck it. Oh, fuck it. He was like, fuck it. Okay. He was at the point of like, fuck it.
Yes, he was.
You know?
And he
fucked it. And
he did
that. You know, but that was, my thing is, going back to what he said, he was trying it. Although he wasn't having like some type of situationship with them or relationship, he was just doing it. But obviously the fact that he kept doing it, he was finding some type of pleasure or enjoyment with it. And then, hey, here we go. Here's Jeffrey. I'm going all in, and now he felt comfortable at that point, you know. And sex for some people also, some people may enjoy sex and they just don't talk about it, you know, and they're not comfortable with talking about it. Then you have some people that are comfortable with talking about it, you know, and I just feel like people be peopling, like P says, but I don't know, like I just feel like I don't want everybody to like get in this big huge orgy and just, you know, this.
So you
and that.
don't want, or you do?
I don't necessarily want that to happen, but sometimes I feel like that should happen, and we should all just love on each other. But then
Should be the 60s again.
it should be the 60s, you know.
Good, stop. Free love.
All that free love.
No, not really.
Well, all those people are the people.
I'm talking about within this the
I just like the
reference
love.
that we're
Yeah.
referencing.
The
free
love
part.
and the free love and like no judgment. I just it shouldn't be so much judgment with people's choices.
Now, do
And
you
this-
go ahead? Cat got your tongue.
It did. And this doesn't. This isn't me saying this is not because of my lifestyle and my choices, but I just feel like stop it. Cause I mean, I like listening to people that are straight talk about sex.
Why are we
Sex
like
is
that?
fun.
Like I like
Like
to hear sex stories. Like
she listens to what I talk about when I talk about the sex, the sex that I have been involved in. So stop it.
so did you agree? The one thing that was really irky about that interview was him saying, well, first of all, she wasn't my girl. She's my baby mama. No one asked
First
you
of
for all
all,
of that. That
Andre,
didn't
that
didn't
was
matter.
so disrespectful.
It was petty. It didn't
and
matter.
that was rude. Like
yeah.
she
She got your whole child.
she
in
had
another
your
country because
child.
of how you
She brought
handled the situation.
your
The
child into the
principal.
world. And I don't feel like he should have made that remark. Like whether it was his baby mama, his wife, his girlfriend.
She was hurt.
Right. You still should have had that conversation with her, because I feel like
Whether or not you thought she could handle it or not.
maybe the reason why, and I don't know because I don't know her, but I feel like the reason why she may have been as hurt, maybe she saw signs of things, and maybe she had
People told her signs.
maybe
of things.
people told her things and like, let's have a conversation because I love you
She
or
protected
whatever,
you.
and I want to talk about it, and you probably lied in her face. Maybe you were not ready to talk about it, but I mean, if someone cares enough to sit down and talk to anyone, they already know. They just want you to be open and honest about it. Now, if you're not ready, then say you're not ready, and then we can talk about it later. But don't write them off to make them feel crazy or confusion or confused in what they're saying to you, because it's a reason why I'm bringing it to you, because you know what I'm talking about. So let's talk about it. But the fact that I don't know what he said to her.
Sounds like he didn't care.
He didn't care, and then it comes out the way that it comes out. Not saying that she's embarrassed or whatever, but let's just look at it in the point of her being hurt at the fact of,
You didn't tell her first.
you didn't tell me first, and now, everybody's coming at me this way, that way, and sideways. And I think a lot of people were saying that she was like anti this and that because of the remorse that she was saying when it first came to light, which I don't know. I don't know her. So I don't know if she has anything against gay people or anything like that, because again, I don't know her. So, but a lot of people had a lot of different things to say. And then even with that whole situation, I was thinking, just like seeing a picture, like, okay, this is Jeffrey's boo, or they're in a relationship. And then Jeffrey comes out and say that that's not what it was. Like,
It was just fun.
it was just fun, having great sex and this and that. And I don't know. Andre, I still don't understand why you picked Jeffrey. No shade, Jeffrey. But,
Other than the clear signs.
I
Of
mean, the money. And again,
Plus,
Andre,
all
if-
of this was
if-
happening at the time of like people saying that he was racist too. So that's another question.
See, I
would
didn't
have
even
for
know
Andre.
that.
Like,
I
why
didn't-
him, bro?
Yeah, but maybe you heard some things about Jeffrey. Because
Now, we don't know if he's racist. I don't know him
I
from
don't
a can
know.
of paint. I don't know either of them.
at all.
None of them from a can of paint. But
None of them.
yeah, it was weird. The whole thing was weird.
So
It was
weird and so
strange.
like strange as far as fluid is.
Shmurmer.
As far as fluid and being sexually fluid, Andre, I think the only reason why the interview was the interview is because of who he was and who he this
Was
and that,
with,
right?
yeah.
But I mean, we have ordinary people that are not like celebrities or do not have some type of social media fame that, you know, are experiencing those types of things. Now, I was talking to my best friend and he was saying something about how he was dealing with, you know, a guy who was still talking to females. I mean, the guy portrays himself and says that he is bisexual, you know. But the way that he talks to my friend, it doesn't feel as though he is bisexual.
It's like he's
just gay.
oh.
The reason why I say that is because of certain things that he says to him as far as, you know, he only does it because of this. And, you know, when I think of people being bisexual and we can have somebody who's just like for real, like bisexual, I think of it as, you know, and we don't have to get out the dictionary or anything like that. We just talking. I just feel like you like this person that is a man equally the same as you like this person that is a woman. Like, I just think it's just equal, like both equally. Not that it's only certain things for this person and only certain things for that person. But again, I can't judge anybody the way that they see themselves. So if you identify as being bisexual, then okay. But I'm just saying, for me, when I hear the term bisexual, it means that equally it's the same playing field for both genders. Right. But, you know, my friend told me, you know, if a guy said he's married now and he was sexually fluid back when, then I'm cool with that versus it being the other way around. You get married and then now
Decide to be fluid.
Now you're deciding to be fluid.
Oh,
Now
it's a no for me.
that's a
Strong no.
That's a strong no. And again, this is just us. So if you disagree, that's fine. You can disagree. That's cool. We ain't no sleep lost over here. I'm just saying, like, you married to this person for oh so long. And then now all of a sudden you testing waters and experimenting and this
so
and that.
and this is not me trying to ask you because you're not the spokesperson.
I'm not.
But you probably heard the term if it is out there. So I'll ask the lit gang.
Okay. I'll chime in, lit gang.
Are sexual fluid people, are they known as like trisexuals? Because that's what I keep hearing you saying as far as like
Trying.
Yeah, like you try because you're trying to figure out like
I've heard the word trisexual.
are fluid people just trying to see what they want and who they want, or are they literally like it could be this one day and it could be that one day? Because fluid, don't they? I mean, according to the definitions that we pulled up, which we don't have to pull up right now, too much. But don't they like?
What,
They like the
people?
whole fluid. Don't they like the entire spectrum, or is it just because they're not technically bi, right?
Sexual.
We got that part.
Right.
It's the part of are those people the trisexuals? Like, have you heard people in said community say that like?
I've heard in my circle people say that. They used to say that about me because, you know, I would
So basically people trying to put labels on something.
right.
Okay. Okay.
And everybody want to put a label. And even back when they would say that to me, I'd be like, huh? Like, no, like, okay, so I was involved in this threesome. And the reason why I was involved in it is because I was just trying to.
Wait. Are we about to hear the story now?
No, not the whole not the whole story. But the reason why I was involved in it is because, it was a girl. Okay, everybody's saying I should be with a girl because this is what society says. And, let's really see, am I turned on? And then I thought about it and I was like, okay, I was fully turned on, but it was still a guy in the room. So
Very true.
Now let's see what will go down if it's just girls in the room. And then I actually had a situation where it was 2 females. And
Oh my God.
but in that
Those are my favorite.
what? 2 females. So, but that was awesome as well. But the only reason why it was awesome is because there was a more dominant female in the room.
Oh, okay.
And let's just say,
Okay.
she was a stud. I guess you can call her a stud. So that was more so of, I'm still like, okay, I'm still putting a male part or male figure type in the situation.
Right.
So then it was like, okay, so let's see if we are just going to do like the do to the do. And then
The dude to the dude to the dude?
do to the do.
With whom, though?
Oh, hetero.
Okay, so you did
But
by yourself with a female by yourself to check that.
it didn't get to that full on portion because didn't get to penetration. And it wasn't because of me not rising to the occasion, because I was definitely there, because she had a great head on her shoulders, I must say. Great head, great mouth, throat baby, if you will.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome to...
It was great, but it didn't get there because she was like superhead, if you will, and like things happened. So I was just like, oh my God. I laughed, and you know what that means when I laugh. So, I just hit the mic. So, it didn't happen. And then I was like, then I start overthinking, and when I start overthinking things, then it just went downhill from there, because I was like,
So after that, you didn't do it with anybody? I mean, not anybody, but like...
I didn't attempt the hetero again until... But every single time, and you know what? Every single time I attempted to do the hetero situation, something like weird happened.
Goofy?
Goofy happened. And I'm just like, you know what?
Maybe.
I tried them all. And it is what it is.
Oh, gosh.
It was just one of those situations. But shout out to all of the beautiful ladies that
That's funny.
took me on. It took me on. But no, I mean now knowing, I know what I like. I know what I like, and I don't think, as far as like me labeling myself as trisexual, I don't think that I would say that now, because I know what I like. I'm just sexual. Like, let's do it. Yeah.
He said it last episode, one of those episodes. He said,
listen, once we have that chemistry,
he is a freak.
once we have that chemistry, there may be a hetero situation that goes on, because I'll be ready.
He'll do anything.
I'll do it all.
He'll do anything for you, Dad.
I'll do anything. I don't think that I could do, I don't know. Then I think about trans. But then I think that I can do the male. Wait, the woman to the male. Am I saying it right? I don't think I'm
What
saying
part are you wanting?
I could do a trans man. I think I can do it with a trans man. But as far as like a trans woman
That has the original male part.
I don't know if I'm there. Like, she probably can be in the room, but I don't know what part she's you know. I think I can do the whole threesome with the trans woman if there's maybe another chick in the room or maybe a dude. But I don't think I can like just be one-on-one with a trans woman. Then some trans, like, they have the breasts and
they're full on.
right. I don't know.
Well,
Now with the trans man, it looks like a man.
and there are a few that he's seen that he's been like.
And they listen, but then they have the cookie jar. So it's like, oh my God. See, I think I'm a weirdo because like stuff that's out of the norm just does something to me. And especially if they'll have like if it's a trans man and then he has just say great chemistry with me and like, oh my God, like take me now, sir.
There are a few that are out there
that I love. Please come to the show. Now I'm not gonna be on your OnlyFans, but we can produce.
We can produce.
Have the lit room somewhere.
Fans.
I can commentate it. I can be in the room. Definitely. I can be in the room. But yeah, like, like no, like I know what I like, and I just like being sexual. That's what I like. But don't label me.
Don't label people.
Don't judge me either.
No, don't. We don't in the lit room.
Andre, I have love for everybody. And dude, like, you know, I'm happy that I hope that you're happy now.
He seems very free.
You seem very free now.
That,
like, you know, and there probably was a point in time where you couldn't be who you are now, your true self or whatever, however you want to label it. I don't even know, does he label himself as being gay? I don't know.
I don't know. I think the question,
it would just be him being fluid.
Yeah, it was about him being fluid. And I think that Jason Lee, I can't remember if he asked him if a sexually fluid man should tell a woman, or if that was kind of the question, and then he just said to him, like, do you think that a man should tell a woman that he has been with a man before? And I mean, when it comes down to it, yes.
Listen, I can't even remember.
Let me have that decision.
Right.
Give me that opportunity to make that decision, and allow me the opportunity to think about it, and just give me the opportunity to feel it out.
Right.
Because it depends. Like when you said about your friend and they had done it a really long time ago. Here's the thing. I think it's a thing.
Loved him.
I think there's a thing in the Black community where if something even seems a little bit like something, it's that.
And I don't like that.
Just like we were talking about on the show with Blurred. Was that Blurred?
If it's
a little different, it's called weird. It's called strange. It's looked at as, you know, so like if it's out of place, it just doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit, and that's not right.
It's not right. But I do feel, I had another question while you were talking.
Okay.
Do you think, and this is for both of us, do you think that as far as accepting the man's sexuality, do you feel like it's a lot more easier and open in another race?
Yeah,
I think it is.
Yeah, it is. I feel like a lot of,
I've seen,
and I'm not saying that all I'm not saying that all black men are gay or they're secretly closeted or anything like
not at
that.
all.
But, you know, I'm a firm believer in, if you are not comfortable in any type of environment, you are not going to be able to be your true self. And I feel like, just like going back to my my 8-year-old family member, like, that was a pivotal moment that you're trying to, like,
Take away from me.
beat him and this and that and shake him, like, cause he's finna cry. Why can't he cry? Our 70-something-year-old uncle cried.
And
He's a
he's
man, and he ain't gay.
Right.
So, you know, why can't this little boy cry? What's so wrong about him crying? And then it's, for me, I think it starts right there, because you're not allowing them to be comfortable. Because, I mean, true enough, if you can have those experiences where you feel comfortable and you can be yourself, who knows? They tried it, they didn't like it, they're moving on. You never know. But we in this community, as far as like accepting the fact of the man being with another man, like, it's just like, no. And you know, I think a lot of times they feel like that they are less than a man.
I think I said it before when I said, and this was on another, our past life, the Lit Room's past life. I said that I'm pretty sure that I don't know if I would be okay with it at the end of the day, but I would like to have the opportunity to
listen and hear
it out. And I also believe that as long as I knew that it wouldn't happen, that was my issue. I had fear
that it may
happen again. And whether it was enjoyed or not enjoyed, it was just like,
could it possibly
happen again? And that's why I wouldn't be able to
feel anybody thinking that way. But
not to say that the person turned gay or is gay.
No. I'm just saying, as far as I think about, when I think about that too, or I thought about that with my friend, like, even though she was doing a double standard, I did hear her side of the story, because that was one of her things she said. What if, whether he enjoyed it or not, what if he does it again? But that's the same thing of, if it happens, it will come to light. Just like with somebody cheating on you. They cheating on you, it's going to come to light. If they go back and deal with the same sex, it's going to come out. You know, cheating is cheating. It's going to come out either way it go. You're going to know. You're going to find out about it. But I just feel like, don't judge him, and don't miss that opportunity, because you never know what's going to happen. But I also, again, I feel what someone may be thinking in that regard. What if they do it again? But I mean, what if you have guys who have, just like Andre,
whole family,
whole baby mama, this and that, and they in my DMs. I ain't finna put you out there. I ain't gonna tell you who is who.
You don't have to.
But I mean,
people know. You ain't the only one it's happening to.
That's what I'm saying. So you have someone who is going to let you know what it is, and then you don't want that. And I'm not saying that, you know, you have to be with them, hold their hand, and go get married. But I'm saying, dang, don't dismiss them and just write them off. Like, that is not fair. Like, I have to stop.
I think, to be fair,
judgment.
I will listen. Yeah. And this is just me and my opinion. I would listen, just because also, too, sometimes people just need to be heard and they just want to talk. And then let me decide whether or not. But I do feel like at the end of the day, I would just feel like for your friend situation, and in the Insecure episode, it was a long time ago.
Long.
It was when they were being stupid.
And I think we were 21.
Were you still in college?
We were in college. It was either like, he was a little bit older than me and her. But he was fine. Child.
But even on Insecure, Lawrence was like, it was a long time ago. Now, in this,
it wasn't Lawrence. It was the whatever the
I
guy.
thought
The
it
guy.
was.
No, it wasn't Lawrence.
Oh, it was the friend.
It was the friends, whoever the guy.
Yeah.
I don't even remember the name, but yeah, it was.
Sorry, Lawrence.
It was. And I don't want to say no names, but it was. He said that this happened, and I want to say, can't really remember, but I want to say that this happened to him maybe in some part of high school. Maybe like senior year.
Who, the person you're talking about?
Yeah, like
Oh,
I
okay.
think, and now we're like college, grown, this and that. And between that span, and I'm guessing that might have been like 5 years, give or take, it hadn't happened again.
Right.
So, and he didn't have any intentions of it happening again.
And he said he didn't like it. So it's like.
And he said he didn't like it, but he wanted to be open and honest with her. Cause
That's special.
That was the thing. I don't need, and I kept on asking her like, how did this come up? And she was
How
like,
did we get here?
she was like, I kind of opened the door for the conversation because I wanted to even know from her mouth, like, did anybody come to you and say that? I'm just gonna say Zeke. Zeke said that, I sucked his dick or I did this and that or blah, 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 blah. She was like, no. It's like, so again, how did we get here? And she was like, he was saying that he wanted to get serious with me. And I was like, you know what? A lot of guys say that they're serious, but they don't mean it. They have a past,
her
this and
opportunity
that,
to
blah, blah, blah,
learn.
whatever. And she was like, I said to him, I've done things with girls, or I've done things with a girl. And then he said, okay, well, I really do like you and I'm willing to talk about anything. And in my past, I did this. So you opened the door.
Right.
I'm not saying that he probably wouldn't ever have told her. It keeps sliding.
Take it off and then put it on.
Okay, hold on. Oh. It's like a headband. I'm gonna headband. Oh, my whole episode. Don't make me no meme, y'all. What was I saying? So, and I even asked him this question. I was like, Z, like, bro, like, would you have ever said something told her? He was like, yeah. He was like, I don't think. He said that she started the conversation, but he said that he has told girls or said this to girls in the past. Because in hindsight, like, that conversation, it comes up. Talking about sexual past and sexual partners, it does comes up. And
It needs to.
It needs to.
Again, you don't have to know numbers or whatnot.
That's what I'm saying.
like,
But Zeke was.
what did you do?
He was open and honest about it. And, he was talking about sexual encounters, sexual things. And he said most of the time, he said females who have been with other females, they be so open to talk about it because they feel like all dudes
Wanna
get a
hear it.
rise out of that. So she was quick to say that, but he kind of busted her bubble a little bit because he was like, oh yeah, me too. She's no longer special. I did it too. So you're not special in this relationship. I did it. You did it. Now, do you like me for real now? And he was one of those dudes that he hadn't had a long number. Even though you look at that baby.
This man must have been something nice because
tall.
as many a breath that you've been blowing.
Tall. Nice teeth.
Dark in hands.
Just lovely. He was like a good caramel
macchiato.
Yeah, that all that. You just there, the body, the just. Whew. But he hadn't had like a whole bunch because he's one of those people that when he likes someone, he likes them. He was a few.
I love those.
He was a few in between because they are out there. We're not here to believe that every man just lustful and he just trying to get
lusted dusted.
He just trying to get the nut. We not saying that. There are some out there who, they want
actual relationship.
They want an actual relationship, and he was one of those types, and you can tell, like, and he didn't smother the baby. He didn't smother her. He gave her space when he need to, but he used to do so many sweet things, y'all. Like, it was so cute. Just so many different sweet things for her. And we were in college, which was the crazy thing about it. Like, we were in college. Although it was a little bit more maturity with him because he was, like, older than us. Like, but, he was in grad school. So we were, like, getting, like, bachelors and stuff like that. So the man was mature. He already had a plan. He knew what he was doing.
And he's good. That. He deserves to be married.
And he deserved it. He deserved all.
Happy. Hello, friends. Subscribe.
Hello.
Even though you don't know who you are. Well, you might know who you are.
I know who you are, but I haven't found him on social media. And I think I asked her one time, and she said that she don't know, and she not gonna go look for him. I said, "Oh, you sound bitter, girl."
She didn't forgive. She forgot.
So bitter.
Well, more power to you.
That's what I'm saying. But, like, for real, though, like, everyone, if you want to be trisexual, you don't even have to label yourself as trisexual, but
you don't even have to label yourself.
You don't even have to label yourself.
But your name.
But if you're fluid as far as sex is concerned, like, do that. And, I hope that you're in some type of community environment or what have you, it'll allow you to feel safe and that you can express it. Because please, like, guys, even girls, because I'm tired of this whole double standard, but, even females that you have done X, Y, and Z. You may have been a stud in your past life. You may have been a pillow princess in your past life. You may have been all these different things in your past life. Like, bring it to the altar and tell them.
Tell them what you want.
Tell them, like, it shouldn't always fall on the guy. The female, if you have done things, just like y'all be so quick to, ooh, I kissed the girl and a girl touched me and we drunk. Oh my God. Like, you be so quick to let them know that. Like, ooh, she did this, that, blah, blah, blah. But if you done did some for real stuff, like, you don't feel as though that you should just go ahead and tell. But he should absolutely tell his stuff. Like, no, both ways, principle, like,
but know y'all's dynamic too.
Yeah, know your dynamic.
Like we said, be safe.
Be safe.
Just be safe.
Chick, I don't want you to say something and try to do something and then your eye black. So that's another conversation. Because I remember the girl, she had said she did something she tried something to the boy
in
the back.
And got it in the eye.
And got it in the eye. It was a reflex. Lord. And yeah.
Hey.
That's the whole
She found out that day it didn't work. He was not for that.
She was fluid because she rather enjoyed what she was doing back there.
Don't bother my reaction.
To the man, but like I said, make sure it's safe.
We have unpacked this suitcase.
Make sure it's safe.
Yes, make sure it's safe. Make sure y'all
stop with the judgment.
Yeah, stop with the judgment and continue to try, be fluid. I don't just continue to be you, because we love you. If all hearts and minds are clear, shall we?
We are clear in the mind,
okay,
in the spirit,
all
in the
right.
body.
So what we are gonna do is we are gonna take this topic and we are gonna put it in the box, and we are going to wrap it up, and we are going to tie it with a bow and throw it away. All right, it is time for a game. It is time for a game. What's the game?
This or that, this or that, this or that, this or that,
this
or that, this or that, this or that, this or that, this or that, this or that. It's the game time, the game time. It's the game time.
It's the game time.
This game is called This or That. This or That. Hopefully, Lit Gang, y'all know what this means. We're gonna pick two things. You gotta choose one.
Okay.
We are not gonna overthink. The first one, it says live stream or viral.
Live stream or viral? Viral. Because for me, it's about that person, like what they do with their viralness.
I'm gonna say viral because viral, like, is just everybody's gonna keep going. Yeah, they're gonna keep posting it and this and that and blah, whatever. So I'm gonna say a viral. Next, Spice Girls or Pussycat Dolls?
Spice Girls. I was always for the Spice Girls. I know every song on every album, and I went to a concert.
So it's the Spice Girls for you.
I was even Scary Spice on Halloween.
Really?
Hey, Scary. Yeah.
When we were younger, or like
elementary, because that's when they were out for me. They were out in like elementary school.
For me, I'm going to say
that when I get home.
I'm gonna say the Spice Girls as well. They were just so fun.
Yes, and I love that movie.
Now the Pussycat Dolls, y'all are very sexual, and you make me.
As a kid, though, like if Pussycat Dolls would have come out in that age bracket, like I don't think that I would have been able to like emulate them, because you know. Yeah, because you couldn't. Yeah. They can't be like 8 years old talking about loosen up my buttons.
What was the other song?
The only one that I think that was like, don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? I think that was okay.
When I grow up.
When I grow up, that was cute.
Ish.
That was cute.
Yeah.
Buttons and When I Grow Up is cute. There are other ones. But yes, Spice Girls, you got
Spice Girls.
Team me all day.
Yeah. And the movie.
Yes. Everything. I had all the Limited 2. Listen. I had the suckers. I had the
Limited 2 was y'all ish.
Ooh, baby.
Like,
that's a show. That's another show.
Limited 2. I remember like my sister, my cousin, like y'all
loved it. That was our Forever 21.
Yeah. Like
that was our Forever 21 for real.
It was crazy.
Oh wow, it was.
Last one. This is a kicker. Blind or deaf?
Blind.
Now deaf. I feel like that I'm already blind, so I'm gonna say deaf.
Because I feel like you can still hear. I love music.
You can feel it.
I love music, right? But you can feel it. That's the thing.
I want to be able to see.
Yeah, I thank you, Lord.
What, feeling music?
I have both. For what?
He said it's not the same to feel the music versus hearing it.
Oh, I just I don't know. Like I just
like to see.
Sometimes my left ear legitimately stops working.
I mean, that's fair. That's probably true. Like they don't hear, all the intricacies of it, but
I like seeing.
Yeah. I'd rather like to see my family and what they look like and like put a face to things than not. But see, that's the thing. Like, there's more. That's also another reason why I chose hearing, because I meant deaf because there are things that could correct that.
What, deaf? I just can't see a world like I want to see like things like, you know how when we went on our vacation, like being up there would have been like, you know, but being up there and not being able to see what we saw, like that would be sad for me to
I
not
think it
see
just depends on the person.
Yeah.
It depends on the person.
But I know, I mean,
But
blind.
that was good.
I know a lot of blind people that, you know, they see in other
ways,
you know. So,
but that was a good closer.
Yeah.
Good job. Yes. Snaps. Trey, how can they reach us?
all right, reaching us. You guys are already tuned in onto YouTube, and we are the Lit Room on YouTube. For Facebook, we are the Lit Room. If you are going to tag us on Facebook, please make sure you do at the Lit Room Podcast. Also on IG or Instagram, we are at the Lit Room Podcast. And then on email, we have email. Email is thelitroompodcast@gmail.com. Also, we have a website. Please go into our website, get your merch, get all of the stuff that's on our website, get into it.
Litroompodcast.com.
Litroompodcast.com. Also, we have SoundCloud. So for you people that are out there that enjoy listening to our lovely voices versus seeing our pretty
Lovely
faces, right? You can listen to us on SoundCloud. Yeah.
And what should they search us as?
The Lit Room Podcast.
Oh, glory be. You were fun to me. Let's see here. We cannot leave this show without thanking our sponsors and our friends. Let's give a hand clap or a shout out or a pointy finger for Omni Hair. Yes, all of that. And how about that girl? The creative chick.
It's like a whole thing.
And last but not least, PK Production. All right, you all. We thank you so much for joining us and being here every week and making sure that we have something out every week. Because if we don't, y'all get attitudes. Full attitudes. Thank you for being and
thank you for the attitude.
For holding us accountable. Okay. Yeah. Our accountability partners.
Appreciate you.
All of y'all.
Sure.
Well, thank you so much. We love you. And you know what we always say? Stay lit.
Stay lit.
Bye. They be dipping.